Businessman and presidential aspirant Jimi Wanjigi is now a free man after a high court cleared him and his wife, Irene Nzisa, of all criminal charges preferred against them. But the tussle is not over, as Wanjigi says he will take legal action against the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, for the unlawful arrest and damage to his property that happened on Tuesday. As Ngina Kirori reports, Wanjigi says he will not drop his presidential bid, which he attributes as a source of his arrest, as well as friction between him and DCI boss George Kinoti.
After spending the night at Kamkunji police station last night,
I want to thank them for their cordial hospitality at Kamkunji police station.
Businessman Jimi Wanjigi was arraigned before Justice Ochoyi Wednesday morning at the Milimani Law Courts to answer to 6 charges of fraud. But Wanjigi, represented by his lawyers, hit out at the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions DPP and Director of Criminal Investigations DCI for arresting him last evening despite a court order prohibiting them.
I was reliably informed.
Evelyn Onunga, representing the DPP's office, denied receiving the court orders last evening and asked for time to verify them, prompting the court to take a break before resuming. Onunga would then give confirmation that the court order was indeed genuine, which saw Justice Ochoyi lift the warrant of arrest against Wanjigi and all charges against him and his wife Irene Nzisa dropped. The summons against the other 6 accused will, however, remain in force until the matter is heard on 24th of January.
I have no choice. We are going to do an assessment and sue because they got the court order and they themselves are just pretending.
My client is not a director, is not a shareholder, is not a participant in any of the transactions or the proceedings in the ELC case. He is nowhere. He is not associated with that case and he has no claim to that land.
While all this was taking place, Wanjigi's supporters were involved in a tussle with police officers outside the court, forcing them to lob tear gas canisters to disperse them. Wanjigi says that the damage on his office premises, where he was holed up with his son, is estimated at 10 million shillings. Wanjigi and DCI boss George Kinoti have been embroiled in a court battle, which saw a warrant of arrest issued for Kinoti for failing to return firearms belonging to Wanjigi during a raid on his house in 2017.
In working systems, that letter by Mr. Kinoti, at the time when he wrote it, he was a convict of the law, didn't have any authority to even perform the functions of a police officer.
Bwana Kinoti is but a poodle who has masters. So I will not address Bwana Kinoti. He is but a poodle who has masters. I'm going to address his masters.
Kinoti has since successfully appealed against his arrest, and that case is set for mention on the 1st of April 2022.
With the orders against businessman Jimi Wanjigi being dropped, he now says he and the DCI will revisit and is considering implementing charges against the DCI for failing to adhere to orders barring his arrest, all the while sticking to his guns that he will not abandon his presidential aspirations. Ngina Kirori, NTV.